There's a lot going on. Doesn't matter what day it's going to be a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and a week. There's always one thing going down on Cruise Control, and that is a lot of breaking news. Come on. William Buck Rogers are kind of right. Pepe is kind of the star sometimes. The very first thing I want to talk about is Toys R Us. I never thought I'd say this. Toys R Us. Because the Toys R Us shopping spree family face-off show is coming on Fox. We're talking about going into an old school type of Toys R Us store, having all these old school toys, and shop until you drop in trying to get all these toys. It's a big supermarket spree. We haven't seen one of these in a long time for a reality show, larger than life, they're calling it. Honestly, I think it's kind of crazy. It's kind of cool. I love Toys R Us as a kid. I'm a Toys R Us kid. I can get everything at Toys R Us. Whatever that musical goes. I loved it. I can drink. But I just think it's awesome. And this is fun. We're going to talk about a lot of toys tonight because why not? It's Friday. It's a great toy thing. And honestly, before this news came out yesterday, or actually I think it was like yesterday or early this morning, I would have thought that the next thing that Jesse Smollett would be on would be a Toys R Us shopping spree, but apparently, no, because his charges have been overturned for his case. This is crazy to me because I never thought this would happen. This man was charged, again, convicted back in 2021 for 5 felony counts for actually producing and making an illegal and, again, a fake elaborate scheme where he was beat up by some people that are against the opposite or from the opposite party, pretty much. It was a hate crime that he said that it was a hate crime, but then the guys came forward and said they were paid by him, and it was a whole elaborate scheme. He lost his job on Empire. He was prosecuted for this whole thing. The prosecution still says that what they put forward stands, and it is real, and it is legit, and it is, honestly, everything's been proven. But again, there was something with the Illinois Supreme Court came forward where they overturned this because he appealed it, saying that the secondary charge they had, because they charged him once, they had to go back again, that they said was against his rights, and that's where they're overturning it. Now, he already did it, like, he served his time a little bit, but this is going to help his career, I think. It shocks me. I wouldn't think this would have happened. You know what? And a lot of people are really mad about it. Some people are excited about it, but I honestly think that a lot of evidence was there that makes me believe that he did stage this whole thing. So to me, I think it's a little bit slapping justice. Maybe that's me, but maybe I'm wrong. But I think this happened, and good for him. I'm interested to see how this plays out with his career moving forward. I'm also interested to see what happens with Dish TV, because Dish TV was going to merge with DirecTV, and we were expecting this. We really were. But now DirecTV has stopped the deal, because their bondholders have opposition for this debt exchange proposal that moved forward. Now, Dish was going way down the hill, and they made this whole deal that we can allocate their debt, and we can combine together and get this audience and this interface and all this group of subscribers and make a better product. And we thought it was going to happen. I thought it was going to save Dish TV, make DirecTV stronger, but apparently it is not happening, everybody. So it's unfortunate if you were expecting a big merger. And if you're Dish, I think this is a bad situation this went down, but we'll see how it plays out. It might be good overall, but I just don't see it, because this whole satellite TV thing is changing and going away with streaming. So maybe they're both going to die off. Who knows? But DirecTV is still a big beast, just like Netflix is a big beast. But Netflix and Meta's partnership is getting them in a little hot seat right now, because Meta and Netflix have a little conspiracy apparently behind the scenes. Meta launched this whole Facebook Watch app, right? And it was around the same time where they're trying to compete with Facebook. And they were actually streaming a bunch of content from Netflix streaming a bunch of their content and working back and forth. But then Netflix and them sat down apparently and made a deal where Watch would end and Netflix and Facebook would collaborate with the profits. And now apparently it got out, and there's a class action lawsuit that's moving forward right now that accuses Meta of shuttering this down in order to help Netflix and a big conspiracy against the actual subscribers. At the same time, what happened too, Netflix for the very first time raised their rates as soon as this happened. Facebook Watch ended, they raised their rates, and then they made their users pay more for this content. So people are really pissed about this. 2 people came forward starting this whole class action lawsuit. It might get bigger, but if you're a member of Netflix from August 7th, 2017 until now, you're able to maybe get some money back for this when it all moves forward. And I think they'll probably hit them hard. But speaking of Netflix being hit hard, that Monday Night Raw coming, everybody. They officially have the date, January 6th. We get the very first live episode of Monday Night Raw with a new theme song. And again, this is a big thing for their streaming service, live television.
You're going to be able to stream it. You'll get the Wheel of Death.
Well, that's what I think too, Jordan. Because we saw what happened with that Paul fight, with Paul and the Tyson fight, and it's like, is that same
horrible.
thing gonna happen? It was horrible, and the fans are laughing about it. They were just kind of like dancing around the ring. I mean, Mike Tyson did say that he never knocked me out. He didn't knock him out. Mike Tyson knocked him out, but
isn't ready for live TV.
That's the problem.
60 million people tuned in. 60 million.
That's a lot of people. But can
I was on the wheel of death the whole night.
Oh, the whole time, Angela? Really?
Like the whole time was the wheel. Like it was such a, and we can talk about this after, but like the whole like watch live was never, there was live because it would go back to the beginning and then you have to try and like fast forward to wherever it was live. And then it would just spin and spin like continuously. And this was happening to friends that I was connecting with that were all over the country. They were like, we can't even get this to play. We're like here, we're there, we're on our phones. It just kept dropping and saying error, user error. Not user error, but like error from it couldn't.
Yeah, I think server error probably most of the time, right?
Yeah, server erder because it was too many.
Tyson's butt cheeks all night.
Oh boy, Jordan. Oh, we're on applause for that.
I mean, I heard it was kind of horrible. Like,
it was a joke.
I just think
it looked like a dance show.
It did, but it just proves that their infrastructure is not set for this live streaming that big, at least. But maybe because they had the
December too.
They had the Love Island thing, that premiere for Love Island. That had a huge, massive problem. 2 people being dropped out. That was like the football games. We're going to see. It's a big test, and wrestling has a big audience still. I think Racer X hasn't watched in years, but there's still a big audience there. So we'll see if they have a big problem when this actually launches on January. So we'll have to wait and find out. But everyone's, excited about the live television aspect on streaming, but not as much as they are about this weekend, because everybody, Wicked and Gladiator 2 have dropped this weekend, and the official numbers are in for the very first opening day. Now, okay, you hear this number for Wicked. I'm going to break this down for you. Wicked right now has made $19 million so far, but they had some early premieres that happened on Monday and Wednesday. So actually on their Thursday previews, which I think is the official opening for a weekend, $11 million. It's a massive opening still. Massive. Gladiator 2, $6.5 million opening. So, I mean, if you look at this, it's kind of like Barbenheimer and that situation a little bit, because Barbie did better, but Oppenheimer still was like rising to the occasion. Will that become a factor this whole weekend? I don't know if I believe that. There is a musical version of Wicked coming too in December. A sing-along version, I should say, a Wicked sing-along musical version. So you'll be able to actually have the words on the screen and stuff like that. So maybe that will burst numbers even more. Wait and find out how this weekend goes. But I know people are excited about this. I'm going to see them both. Gotta see it. It's I call it the Wickedator weekend. That's my thing. So it's Wickedator weekend for me, and I'm down. Jordan, I guess the Wickedator weekend.
What?
Wickedator.
No,
Wickedator.
It's called Glick weekend.
I'm good.
I like Glick.
I'll wait till Wicked's streaming. I'm good.
Well, we'll see. I mean, we'll see if it's any good. I hear great things about both movies, so we'll have to find out. But this,
Russell Crowe was Gladiator. That's all that matters. That's all that matters to me.
We got his kid now, and Paul Mescal apparently, something like that. So we'll see. We'll see. Everyone's talking about this, but of course, everybody in Los Angeles and California are still talking, and across the states sometimes, about the Menendez brothers. The Menendez brothers were hoping to get out for Thanksgiving, but because we have a new DA coming in, Gavin Newsom said we're going to hold on this. We're going to put a pause. The new DA, Nathan Hotchman, comes in early December 3rd. Then he's going to do an investigation into the whole case, and then go to Newsom with his recommendation to see if they get out. Again, Newsom said he's waiting, and Hotchman hasn't really said 100%. He says he's going to do a big, thorough investigation. He hasn't said if he's leaning any way. Besides, he said that he's going to try to expedite this as fast as he can for everybody that's wanting to see what happens. So we'll have to wait and find out. Menendez brothers are not getting out in time for Thanksgiving. Maybe for Christmas. We'll have to wait and find out. But people in the DC world, of course, are always asking James Gunn, what's happening? What's happening with the DCU? And right now, with Batman, the Brave and the Bold, he says there's no timeline. So we're wondering about that. He says we're still early development. Yeah, it's going to take some time. You got Creature Commandos dropping. They got Superman, which is already in the can. Trailer will be coming out pretty soon. Peacemaker comes next, Lanterns, and then Supergirl. And besides that, we got to wait. Lanterns, again, is pretty much written. It's really grounded in reality, which I can't wait to see that. We talk about that show a lot in this show. And also, Peacemaker, the idea of it being like connected with canon. Again, canon is if it fits into the whole DC universe. James Gunn saying it is now. He's saying it is, except one scene, and that's where you see the Justice League. That will not be canon. We're going to take that out, ignore the fact that we saw Aquaman, we saw the Flash. We're
going to mention it, though.
We're not going to mention it. We're just going to ignore it. We're not going to mention it at all. You know?
Now, I heard in an interview he said they're going to mention it somehow.
Oh, really? I didn't see that, but they got to do something about. Maybe they make a joke about. Maybe one joke, Jordan.
Maybe he had a dream or something.
Yeah, he wakes up. Oh, I'm so happy that they weren't on my Justice League or something. That could be kind of funny. I feel like this is a big thing. Everybody's asked DC is dying. We'll see Racer X.
Yes, Racer X. DC is dying.
Someone that's not, though, is Christoper Nolan, because I keep hearing all these casting news for his new movie here at Universal. And Lupita just signed on. And also, Robert Pattinson is also signed on for this movie, which we have no plots for, nothing about it at all. Just keep these characters at Matt Damon, Tom Holland, Anne Hathaway. We got Zendaya. One more time, Matt Damon. We got this whole fantastic cast, and it keeps growing every day. No idea what they're doing all together, but we got Tom Holland and Zendaya together, so I'm guessing they're in a relationship during this. It'd be great if they hated each other. It looks like Ron. Oh, look at that. Ron Nolan right here, everybody. Ron Nolan. Ron, have you gotten that before?
Like James Gunn.
No.
Have you gotten it before? Apparently, in the chat said you look like Christoper Nolan.
No,
I love that. If I could see the chat, I'd answer it.
Oh, why can't you? I don't know why you can't see the chat.
I can't even see it.
Really? There's nothing at all.
No.
Comments,
I have the chat, but I have no people.
Kind of power here.
Maybe if you refresh, maybe it'll come back, Ron. You want to try refreshing?
I'll try that.
Try refreshing. But Ron, before you go,
yes,
Pamela Anderson has a new movie coming out. I think if you haven't watched the trailer, Ron, I think you would love this. And I love Pam Anderson, but this trailer
Barbed Wire 2
is amazing. No. It's called The Last Showgirl. But I would watch Barbed Wire 2, Jordan. I really would. December 14th in LA will be early streaming, or early premiere. They'll have that in LA for like a select theaters. And then January 10th, it'll go, of course, stateswide, worldwide. And it's about a glamorous veteran showgirl who must plan her future when her show apparently abruptly stops for 30 years. And they're already saying Oscars. They're really saying that her performance is amazing. And again, Pam Anderson is coming back at a time where she's been gone for a long time. She's in a new not Lethal Weapon. Lethal Weapon. She's gonna be in that too. Oh no, Naked Gun. She's been in the new Naked Gun. With she's gonna be in that movie coming forward, and she's got this. But this is apparently gonna be something big for her career. And honestly, I'm all about it. Pam Anderson, come on, right, Ron? Give her a chance.
I mean, have you seen the latest thing she's doing? She's no makeup anymore.
Mm-hmm. You can see that in the trailer too, but she's kind of like no makeup, nothing. You see it looks bare minimum.
She's going to premieres like that. This is the new her. She's tired of hiding behind her mask.
It's amazing, Yeah,
and
it's very courageous too, and a lot of people worry about their looks.
Fuck it,
right?
Yeah,
I mean,
fuck it.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah, again, he says you look like James Gunn getting more of that, Ron. So he's calling it. So that's great. But I love Pam Anderson, and I'm happy she's coming back. Great time for her. I wish that we were getting more Ghostbusters, the original, in the cast, but we're not. I guess this time you got to move on eventually. But Dan Aykroyd came forward and said that him and Bill Murray will not be in the next Ghostbusters movie. Again, that is happening. They're developing the next one. They're developing that cartoon for Netflix is coming out too, based off the real Ghostbusters. That's coming out, and we have more Ghostbusters movies moving forward. Naked Gun, Leslie Nielsen is dead, but we have what's his name? Taken. Why am I going blank on his name? Taken.
Leslie Nielsen?
Liam Neeson.
Liam Neeson. Thank you, Angela. Liam Neeson is starting in Naked Gun with Pam Anderson. But the Ghostbusters are going to be coming back, the OG cast, for the next one. Dan Aykroyd said that, he's been so, pushing for Ghostbusters to be back. He was a big part in the last movie. But he said that, again, they have so many characters, which they do, so many characters in this movie. The last one, Frozen Empire, not everybody got a lot of screen time. That it's time for the OG cast to step away. And you know what? Maybe they have something better to do. Maybe they can go work in the Poonaverse, everybody, because the Poonaverse now is branching out across the world. We're going worldwide with the Poonaverse, everybody. Yeah, the Poonaverse has been opened. So for this next movie, of course, we're talking about the colossal team of the Twisted Childhood Universe, or they call it the Poonaverse, has been opened with Pooh, Bambi, Pinocchio, Peter Pan, Tinkerbell, Spreading her The Avengers, Tinkerbell spreading her methamphetamine around the world. They're coming around to bring in that childhood wonder with all the drugs. But they have just got a license to go worldwide for the Pooniverse. So now you'll be able to see it everywhere in the Twisted universe. Oh my God. But I haven't watched any of these movies, and I feel like I probably should at this point because I love talking about them. But the Pooniverse
I want to watch these.
is out there.
You
Gotta
like
watch.
making fun of them, Brian. That's what we do.
I do. A lot of breaking news, everybody. A lot of breaking news. I love making fun of the Pooniverse. I just do. It's just the wildest thing.
Terrible, but now you make me want to watch one.
Worldwide. The Pooniverse, right? William Buck Rogers. This thing's it's a joke in its own. Ron, do you have chat function now?
I do.
Yes.
All right.
There we go. There we go.
And I guess Corbett is commenting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's commenting. Yeah.
Nice, Corbett. Good to see you out there, man. Miss you. And Racer X, why we make bad movies? Because bad movies make us laugh. That's why.
It's like Sharknado.
They're the new comedies. That's why. Because comedies don't sell. And so we do the Pooniverse instead. Right? Right, Ron?
Exactly.
Hey,
Exactly.
is it true? Like, I read somewhere we're getting a Popeye horror film.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
my God.
Yeah, so talk about that on Monday. It's called, they were calling it Shiver Me Timbers, but now, which I think is hilarious. The new catchphrase is Popeye the Slayer Man. That's a new one, too. So I love that. That one's better, I think. I think that one's better. Queen doesn't want to see the Pooniverse. The Pooniverse is a thing. But Popeye the Slayer Man, he apparently a meteorite hits Popeye.
Honey.
He coming for your honey. But Jordan, a meteorite hits Popeye, a radioactive meteorite, and turns him into a radioactive super killer, that psychopath that he starts murdering people at a camp. That's
So
pretty much the premise.
Pluto?
Oh, maybe Pluto will be a hero this time around. I don't know, maybe I'll
$1 today for a cheeseburger tomorrow.
Angel's like, hell no.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess it depends who's making it. What's it going to, there's a lot of factors there.
They're like made for like $500,000 a movie right now. That's what they're doing, like pretty much like that. They're super low budget.
Okay.
Super low budget. It's even worse. They took the Shatner mask and they painted it for Michael Myers. It's even worse than that. They're just like, whatever we can
that was
get.
iconic. This isn't iconic.
Is this one
It's
being
not
filmed on an iPhone too, or what?
It might be. This one, I don't think this one was. Maybe it was. I mean, it could have been. I think why not?
Yeah.
If you're already saving money, make it on an iPhone.
Yeah.
28 years
well.
later is on an iPhone, which is crazy.
Well, I mean, iPhones are like $3,000 now, so.
Yeah. They're a high quality camera.
You can't get them for 200
I mean,
or
it's
you
like-
gotta get a payment plan.
It's like what cameras, it's like the amount of what cameras used to be, like a Panasonic or a Sony back in the day, like
Icon.
broadcast style, brick batteries.
Batteries not included. That's what this is. Batteries not included.
It's Pepestar time.
That was a good movie.
Okay,
I
Peppy.
just
I mean,
say that was a movie.
Peppy.
Pepestar has all there is.
This guy he's too cocky tonight.
Yo, player, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when we are live. And if you are able to join our Patreon, please join. Because the Pepestar needs more snickety snacks. Because I'm hungry. Holla back. Love y'all.